Yeah, baby! CJ! That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's go, CJ! Hype it up! Hype it up!
Ladies and gentlemen, reporting to the field, fullback 30, CJ Walters.
Yeah!
I'd like to thank all our fans for coming out this evening on this homecoming 2012. Our best wishes to the administrators.
Way to go, CJ!
For a safe and enjoyable homecoming. And as always, we leave you with our final thoughts this evening. In victory or defeat, our wish for you, may all your skies be Walkersville blue.
22 seconds. Huge win.
Many thanks to the gentlemen up here in the booth, Mr. Ron Lynn and Mr.
That's awesome.
Hopkins, our spotters this evening.
6, 5, 4.
And our statistician, Mr. Steve Hawkins.
All right, CJ Morris, linebacker. This was CJ's fourth year in our program, 3-year start at fullback and a 2-year start at linebacker. And you know, CJ's season is an example of how football relates to life. Everybody out here knows, all the adults especially know, that sometimes bad things happen to good people. He was a returning All-State linebacker. His junior was named All-State. Who did everything we asked him to do. He lifted weights. He came to all the summer stuff. He did everything he was supposed to do to get himself ready to play. And on the second play of the third game, he hurt his knee and was out for the rest of the year. But even though that happened, he always kept his positive attitude. He continued to be a leader for the team on the sideline. Never really missed a practice and was one of the main guys in the huddle before each game and you know, on the coin toss. You know, we first took over, we talked about the six guys, but you know, as far as my football philosophy, we knew we had some good running backs, but we needed a fullback. And at the program at the time, we didn't have one junior or senior, okay, that to me, and this might be a harsh way to put it, but we didn't have one junior or senior that had the courage to go in there and block fullbacks and linebackers on an every play basis. So we turned to CJ, okay? And CJ, for the last 3 years, I mean, he just really, he threw his body all over the field, slammed up in the holes. And you look, if you think about the success we've had in the last 3 years, he was the lead blocker for 3 different backfield combinations. And I added it up. The numbers total almost 10,000 yards rushing. And CJ
Standing.
And just to show the respect that the other coaches had for CJ, even though he only played a little bit, he was still named honorable mention all conference and honorable mention all area. So congratulations.
Wow.
Just a couple quick notes about these guys as they're standing up here together. Okay, this team broke 17 school records in 2 years, including points in the season with 455 and rushing yards in the season with 3,708. Also, Steve Hawkins dug up some things. There's also NVAL records. Okay, we also, as a team, as a team, we tied the NVAL record for rushing touchdowns in the season with 52. Even though these awards names go under Brady, Polce, and Ezell, but they'll be the first guys to tell you that their team awards. Brady ended up being third all-time in NVL history in points with 333, and second all-time in NVL history with extra points in a career with 140. Avery ended up being 5th all-time in NVL history for touchdowns in a career and rushing yards in a season. Okay? These guys have defeated 10 3A schools in a row, okay, at two consecutive 10-win seasons, 2 times to the 2A West Regional Championship. This season, the team continued to quest for respect. With each win, we got more and more. And at the end of the year, it was evident the Maryland High School football media poll had us ranked 13th, which includes all schools, public and private. And you look at that list, and it's in that book, there's some big-time schools that are ranked below us. And most of the schools that are ranked ahead of us are private schools. The last 2 years, we had 20 wins, and that is, we were talking earlier, is either the best or the second best 2-year run in Walkersville High School history. So I want to thank these guys and tell them congratulations.
Way to go, way to go.
To get Jeff Meyers, Gary Rubling, and Mary Mack to come up, and we're going to give out the Danny Mack Leadership Award.
Thanks, Joe, and thanks to the entire coaching staff and all the players. It is, it seems like, I don't know, the room gets larger, or I don't know, it's just, the program gets better and bigger, and it's great to be up here with just all of you and players. And that, quite a year, and you can just see the program continue to get better and better every single year. Another great year for football. The seniors, you're part of history, as Joe has said, 20 wins over 2 seasons and only 4 losses over those 2 years. Congratulations on that. It's quite an accomplishment. The only losses were to the defending division state champions, but might I add that it took Middletown over 40 years to win their first state championship, and Walkersville did it in 11. So that's a record that will not be beaten by Middletown, okay? I figured I'd list just a few facts. One is that I witnessed some of the best players to have ever worn a Lion football uniform. Fact, records were made to be broken, and you definitely rewrote the record book. And the records that Joe mentioned, 17 or so, was amazing, and who knows how many others are going to be broken next year, right? Fact, the Lion Nation support was incredible from the beginning of the season through today, and I'm sure it will continue into next season and beyond. Fact, one of the best Lion teams, quarterback, kicker, running back, lineman, linebacker, and even the ball boy. It has been an honor to have been on the sidelines with every one of you. Through 10, 20, 30 years from today, you'll look back on this season like Gary and I have, and still do. What, how many years? 36 now, right? And we relive those plays and those games and that excitement every time we get together, whether it's on the phone or in person, and I know you guys will. Your seasons topped our seasons, but the whole point is it's just great to be able to see what you guys have accomplished, and trust me, this is something you will never forget. Never forget. My videos, are really influenced by my hero, the late Steve Sable of NFL Films, whom often quoted his father, says, "Tell me a fact and I'll learn. Tell me the truth and I believe. But tell me a story and it will live in my heart forever." Gary and I are here today, as Joe mentioned, to announce the Danny Mack Leadership Award. And it is a privilege and an honor to have with us here at the podium both Mary Mack and her 2 daughters, Delia, and Claire, excuse me. And just so everyone knows too, Dan was a former player at Walkersville, a great player at Walkersville that we played with, and Joe as well, who lost his life to cancer a few years back. And so when we created this award, and it's really a privilege to see just the caliber of players and people that have won the award in the past. In 2010, the first year it was Quentin Ezell, and then last year it was Mike Kelley. And Mike is here today as well. So, hi Mike, there he is. And before we announce the winner, I think it's only proper to have Mary just say a few words about the award, and I'll turn it over to her for a second.
award is really a big honor because my husband is a really, really good guy, and so it really makes us happy to be here today to be able to see who is the recipient. And a lot of thanks to Jeff and to Gary for putting it together. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay, without further ado, whether he was out on the field, playing his heart out, full throttle, knocking the sense out of opponents, sidelined to his injury and always pumping up the Lion Nation student section, I'll never forget that contagious smile, eyes of intimidation, and voice of the team. Undoubtedly one of the best linebackers at Walkersville, the county, and the state. Players tend to rally when a teammate is injured. I can say that the entire team rallied behind this top player in a very special way. It was a picture where it had the players carrying this individual on and off the field, and it was really something that I'll never forget because it's just a great shot. The qualities of the Danny Mack Leadership Award were really around true leadership, commitment, dedication, relentless, inspire, and never quit attitude. It is my pleasure with the Mack family, Gary Rubling, the community, the coaches, and the entire Lion organization for the 2012 season. The player that exemplifies the late Dan Mack is number 30, senior captain, fullback linebacker C.J. Walker. And in closing, I'd just like to say thanks to all of you. Best wishes to the seniors and their future endeavors. And God bless the Lions. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you.
Way to go, CJ!
And as always, we leave you with our final thought this evening. In victory or defeat, our wish for you, may all your skies be Walkersville blue.
22 seconds. Huge win.
Mr. Ron Lynn and Mr.
That's awesome.
Hawkins, our spotter this evening.
6, 5, 4.
And our statistician, Mr. Steve Hawkins. Thank you.
Yeah, baby.